What are you doing in my swamp?
Hello everybody, this is Ogre Boy and I'm going to be doing my review for the 2007 movie Enchanted. So with Disenchanted coming out here in a few days, and today being the 15th anniversary of the movie's release date, I thought I'd go ahead and do a review of this movie. This one is directed by Kevin Lima, who has directed some of my favorite Disney movies like Tarzan and a Goofy movie, and in this movie, the beautiful princess Giselle is banished by an evil queen from her magical, musical animated land of Andalasia to New York City and finds herself in the reality of the streets of modern day Manhattan, which was modern day in 2007. Shocked by this strange new environment that doesn't operate on a happily ever after basis, is now adrift in a chaotic world, badly in need of enchantment. But when Giselle begins to fall in love with a charmingly flawed divorce lawyer who has come to her aid, even though she is already promised to a perfect fairy tale prince back home, she has to wonder, can a storybook view of romance survive in the real world? This movie is just absolutely great. I absolutely love Enchanted. I didn't always love it when it very first came out and I saw it the first time. I didn't like it. And then I decided to give it another shot, and it's been one of my favorite movies ever since. This is one of the rare times where my opinion drastically has changed on a movie, because the first time I saw it, I didn't enjoy it. But I think it was because I had a big fight with my girlfriend the day that we watched it. I went to go see it, and I just wasn't in the mood to be watching a movie like Enchanted that day. But it is a really, really great movie. The cast is great, each bringing their characters to life perfectly, especially Amy Adams as Giselle and James Marsden as Prince Edward. They're both just absolutely perfect. They feel like cartoon characters come to life, but I think that everybody did a great job in here. Patrick Dempsey as Robert was a really good character. He good love interest for Giselle, and by the time the movie ends and stuff, you feel happy to see them together and everything. And you got Nathaniel, played by Timothy Spall, who is kind of like the sidekick to the villain and stuff, and he kind of gets a little bit of a redemption, which I love a good redemption story and everything for characters and movies and stuff. So I thought it was cool that he got a little redemption and stuff. But he was really good as the bubbling, idiotic villain sidekick that you see in the Disney movies and stuff. Timothy Spall was just absolutely perfect and everything, and he's a really good actor too. He's always been one of my favorite actors. And Susan Sarandon as Queen Orissa is just perfect casting. She's really great. She hams it up, and she's a little campy and stuff, but you can tell she's having a blast playing this villain character, and she does a really great job. And you got a lot of other cool, you got some cool cameos in here and smaller roles from other Disney princess actresses, including Idina Menzel before she became Elsa. She has a small role in here as Robert's girlfriend Nancy, who ends up with Edward by the end of the movie. But you also got Julie Andrews doing the narration, and Jodie Benson and Paige O'Hara have cameos in this movie. And I just love this movie, though. It has so much of a fun, magical feel to it. The comedy is done perfectly with tons of meta humor and Disney references throughout, and it never overdoes it. The meta humor doesn't get old or anything like that. They do a good job writing it where it doesn't overdo it and stuff like some meta movies do. And there's not a lot that really bother me, but because I love meta comedy and stuff and meta humor and everything. But and this is definitely one of the best ones too. And I love all the little references to the other Disney movies and stuff too throughout the movie. The music is great in here too. I think that Alan Menken helped do the music in this movie like he did with a lot of the animated movies of the 90s and stuff. And I think he did a good job with the songs in here. My favorite one is That's How You Know, which is like a big musical number set in Central Park. It's just a really catchy song. But I also like the Happy Little Working Song and True Love's Kiss. Both feel like classic Disney songs and everything. And they do a good job at both being a parody of Disney and also making it feel like a regular Disney movie too. They did a really good job with that too. And I really love this movie. The costumes are awesome too. They look really good on the cast and everything. It's fun seeing them in these costumes walking around New York and everything. Everyone giving them weird looks and everything. But I think they did a good job with that too. And the makeup effects they used on Susan Sarandon when they made her look like the old hag and stuff was amazing. She was almost unrecognizable, and it might not have even been Susan Sarandon playing her. I could be completely wrong on that, and if I am, my bad. But I know she at least did the voice of the old lady version of her character. But I think that she did play her too. Like I said, Susan Sarandon gave a really fun performance. You could tell she was having a blast playing this villain and everything. And I love like how there are like so many different references. The poison apple, Giselle losing her shoe at the ball, Queen Narcissa turning into a dragon. So many references to other Disney princess projects and stuff, and even a few future ones. There was like even little references to stuff that hadn't even came out yet, like Tangled and Princess and the Frog. So this is just a really fun movie. To me, it's a Disney classic. I absolutely love Enchanted, and it features my favorite performance from Amy Adams. Personally, this is my favorite performance of hers. It's not the first movie I ever saw of hers, but this is the one that really kind of put her on the map for me and kind of made me know who she is and stuff. And it's been one of my favorite movies for years, and I absolutely love Enchanted. So I'm gonna say I don't really have a lot of negatives with this movie. The only one that I guess is more of a nitpick than a negative is it is kind of, looking back on it, is kind of paint by numbers. You kind of know how the movie's going to play out by the time it ended, and I think that was one of my big problems with it when I saw it the first time, was that it was kind of predictable, and everything. I didn't enjoy it as much because of that, because I was like, I knew exactly how the story was going to go and all that, but it's still a really entertaining movie, and it does take a few twists and turns, and it does some things differently and everything, but I love this movie. So I'd say I'd give Enchanted I'm gonna give it a 9.5 out of 10. It's just a really, really great movie, and it's definitely worth checking out. It's one of my favorite Disney movies of all time, and I'm kind of looking forward to Disenchanted. I'm not like super excited for it, but I am looking forward to it. It's more now that we're getting closer to it and everything, but I just hope that they do a good job on it. I hope it's a worthy sequel, because it has a lot to live up to, because this is a really great movie, and it's a classic, and hopefully that one doesn't ruin this one's legacy, because this is a great movie and everything. So anyway, let me know in the comments what you think of Enchanted, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and have a good day, everybody.